I'm going to show you the magic pattern. The one magic pattern that's gonna make your kick drum, yes, whatever. Check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There's no magic when it comes to a kick drum exercise. There's good and there's bad ones, but really once you get past a certain point, it's all about the application and are you actually showing up and practicing that particular kick drum pattern. So in this lesson, I'm going to give you a groove that uses groupings of 4 and groupings of 3 and groupings of 5, and I think it's a fantastic exercise. I think it's the only exercise you'll ever need for your kick drum, right? It's like the secret sauce or whatever, you know, catchy phrase we need to use online to get people to click on it. So this is a great exercise. It's one that I use and one that you can use to develop your kick drum foot. There's a kick drum cam so you can kind of see what my foot's doing. Do you use heel toe or heel up or heel down or side to side or slide or... Yes, I use them all. They're different tools, okay? So research them, focus on one at first, and then start to utilize them the same way you would utilize French grip and German grip and all that stuff. So don't lock yourself into one because they all have different strengths and weaknesses. But let's jump over to the kit and I'll kind of go through the exercise and show you exactly how to do it and how you can grow the exercise. So what is this magical exercise, right? Here's the deal. I mean, I mentioned it earlier. There's no magic exercise. So many times we just need to stop flipping and flopping back from one, like, is this a better exercise? Is this a better exercise? I mean, it's important, but it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that you actually practice. Like, you don't get sidelined by overwhelm and feeling like, well, there's this program and there's this book and there's this and I know because I talk to all of you. Don't act like you're not like, oh no, I've got it all together. No, you don't, because I talk to you all the time and I'm the same way. But what the magical thing is, I've listened to so many players say, is they're like, yeah, this was the exercise that I used. I just used it every day. That's the key. I used it every day. And I played it accurately, and I did it consistently, okay? So this exercise, if you're working on any number of notes past 2, this exercise will help you. It's one groove, it's 1 bar long, it's got a set of 4 notes, a set of 3 notes, and a set of 5 notes. So in one measure, you go through 4 notes, 3 notes, 5 notes. You're playing it in a groove, so you're learning to keep time, you're learning to groove, and you're learning to line it up with the other stuff that you're doing. So what is this magical exercise that the only thing you ever need to know for kick drum? You know, I mean, I'm exaggerating seriously, but come on, because the internet, everybody, come on. We all get it. I hate it whenever a piece of wood gets stuck in my snare. I'm sorry you had to be a part of that, but I can't get it out, and my OCD is about to kick in. I'm going to flip out in front of everybody on the camera here. Okay, so the kick drum exercise we have here is going to be 4 kick drum notes first. So it's going to go 1 E and a. Then we're going to play 2 as a backbeat, and then we're going to play 2 E and a on the kick drum. So first it's 4 E and 1 E and a. The next one is going to go 2 E and a. So right off the bat we have 4 notes and 3 notes. And then it's going to go 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and. Okay? So 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 and a, 4 E and. Okay? 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and. It hits with the backbeat. So let me play the backbeat with that. 3 E and a, 4 E and a. then the first thing we're going to do, I say the first thing because I'll get to that in just a second, is we're going to use 8th notes here on the hi-hat. 1 and 2 and 3, E and a 4, E. So we'll slow that down. 3 and 4 and. The most important thing with this is that we play them consistent and with clarity. So I don't want to be kind of approximating the rhythms. Right? We want it consistent. Now this gets a lot into what foot technique do you use. I use slide, I use heel up, I use heel down, I use a swivel technique, I use heel toe. I use them all, it just depends on what the situation is. And so I want to practice them all within that. Pick one and master it with that first, if that's heel down or heel up, and then move on to the others. But let's master one of those first. If you're having trouble keeping consistent 16th notes, I find it helps me if I actually put 16th notes on my click. So I'll do that real quick and let you hear that. I'm going to do this slow. My point with the exercises is not to impress you at all. Just have zero desire to impress anyone. I want to explain the exercise well. So we're at 60 BPM here. 2, 3, 4. And if that would be too fast, I'd slow that down. Let's go to 40 BPM. 3 and 4 and. If you ever want to know how big a gulf there is between two 16th notes, take it all the way down like this. My click right here, it goes all the way down to 10. Okay, and so take it as slow as you can, and that helps you manage those spaces. Groove is found in the space between notes. It's not found within the notes themselves. The groove is how you treat the space in between those notes. That's your individual feel. See, we always aim at these guys. It's the white space. That's what makes you unique, is how you treat the space in between the notes. So make sure you're consistent, and then let's add some different hi-hat patterns to that. So for instance, I'm going to demonstrate several of these. And so we can add straight 8th notes. 2, 3, 4. Accenting the upbeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Accenting the downbeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 3/16ths in a row. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Two-handed. 2, 3, 4. Or in between and put a backbeat. There's a whole plethora of different hi-hat and ride cymbal patterns that we can go through, but those are a few to get you started. That's why I'm saying this is the only exercise you'll ever need, right? It works on 4 notes, 3 notes, 5 notes on the kick drum, and you can use all these different hi-hat patterns. So focus on taking this groove around and beginning to make something out of it. Don't just do what I did. Come up with your own thing. That's what separates the pros and the elite from everyone else, is they take the material and they learn it, and then they go and do what they wanted to do with it. They try to find their voice with it, okay? If you want to dive deeper into some kick drum studies, you can hop over to the website. I got a ton of lessons over in the members area there. Would love for you to do that as well. There's some free lessons. You can look below this in the video description. There's some links to some free lessons, just my way of saying thank you to you guys and giving back a little bit. Leave me a comment. I want to know that you're here. Share it with somebody that you think this may help as well. Give it a thumbs up if it helped you. But no matter what you do, I'll see you here in the next video.